Chad.
How are we doing?
Very well, thanks. And you?
All good, thanks. So this is it, hey?
Well, I think she's quite a looker. And from the attention I've been getting in this car, people are giving me the same kind of looks as they would if I were driving a Ferrari.
It is a good looking vehicle, I'll tell you
Yeah.
what. It is the first time that I've actually seen one in the metal. I've only seen pictures and that of it. And so far I'm liking.
The interior completely blows me away. These walnut inlays are stunning. It's
They
the
are.
blonde in blonde interior trim
Interior package.
with soft Napa leather, which is actually really, really soft.
It is, I'm feeling that now, and I'm thinking that this drive is going to be quite enjoyable.
Yeah, I think this car is going to blow your mind, actually.
Well, let's go and see. I'll tell you what, so the Volvo build quality is something that is, I don't want to say
Yes.
overly impressive, because I don't believe it is overly impressive, but it's not bad. I mean, it's going up against the Germans now. This is going up against the
Yes.
likes of the 5 Series and the E-Class and the A6.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's a tall order when you're going up against these executive saloons.
It's a very tall order, but you know what? The Swedes, they want to do things differently. I mean, Volvo is a very niche market. I mean, their whole market strategy with, if you've had enough of German techno, try some Swedish metal,
Yes.
which I think is very clever. From a design standpoint, I think this interior, on design and interior alone, if I had to choose between all of those other German cars, then this Volvo, really, I have a connection with this car.
Because the outlook comes across very sterile. I mean, don't get me wrong,
Clinical.
it's beautifully engineered, but it is just, it's almost characterless.
Yes, unfortunately, with all this added technology, drivers are getting lazier and lazier. I mean, even in this Volvo,
Yeah, you can't really say that about this one, because this one's
Yeah.
also packed to the hilt
Yes.
with all the driver aids.
but
That's-
fortunately, you can switch them off if you'd like to have a more engaging driving experience.
I don't know about that. I can understand that, but you've actually paid the price for them. It's included in the price. So wouldn't it be wiser to actually just purchase something without those if you're going to be turning them off half the time? You know, you're
Well-
spending that money because you want these sort of creature comforts.
But let's say that the husband is a complete petrol head and the wife doesn't really like driving that much. Maybe she's not the best driver under the sun.
He
And
needs the assistance of
Yeah.
these sort of aids.
And maybe Dad would feel better if he had all of those extras that
Yes.
are going to keep his kids safe.
That are, and going to look after her and the vehicle.
Exactly.
Now, interestingly enough, this is the first time that I'm seeing it in the metal. I've never been in one. I've never driven one. I have, however, driven the 5 Series, and I can say that that is a pretty well-rounded car. It's a bit of a middle child in the sense that it doesn't quite have the opulence of the 7,
Yes.
and it doesn't quite have the sportiness of the 3,
Yeah.
but it strikes a very, very respectable balance.
Of course it does. I have not driven it, unfortunately.
No, but you've driven the E, though.
I have driven the E-Class, and when you get into the E-Class, of course, it's a lot more opulent than this. I mean, this is this
Is it?
minimalistic Swedish design, which
Yeah.
I absolutely adore. I felt a little bit overwhelmed by all the technology in the E-Class. I felt like I would have to go on a course to learn how to use everything. Whereas in this car, when you've got the Sensors Connect system, it's very much like any old Samsung phone or iPad.
Yeah.
You can figure it out easily. It's very intuitive.
Yeah, very user-friendly and intuitive in that sense.
Exactly.
The Merc has always come across a little cluttered in its design.
Well, I wouldn't say it's bad design. It's just, it's a lot busier.
Yes, it is
And
very busy.
I feel our lives are so full of clutter that when you get into a car, you almost want to breathe a sigh of relief and say, phew, I feel zen now.
Yes.
And I'm going to get a very zen feeling out of this car.
It is beautifully trimmed, and I'll tell you what, this is very, very quiet, because this is the D5.
Yes.
So this is a diesel motor.
Yep, it's a 2-litre turbo diesel motor.
2-litre 4-cylinder turbo diesel.
Yeah,
It's
173 kilowatts.
173, 480 newtons.
Yeah, it is quite powerful. It's
That's-
not a rocket,
That's proper pokey.
but there is still a little bit of turbo lag. at low
Despite
revs.
the fact that they've got their power pulse system, something
Yeah.
along those lines. Apparently that now pumps air into the motor or the intake, something of the sorts. It's quite a convoluted system, and it's
Yeah.
supposed to eliminate the turbo lag, but you say it's still feeling it.
It's still got a little bit. I mean, I don't think you're ever going to be, unless it's an electrical vehicle, get rid of all the turbo
No.
lag. But you can definitely feel that it's better, but it's still there.
One of those inherent downsides of turbocharging, I suppose.
Yep.
Fuel consumption wise,
Well, it's not as good as I'd hoped.
because they're quoting figures of around high
Yes,
fours, I believe.
5.1, 4.8.
Yeah.
I'm getting around 8.5, and this is.
I'm going to blame your heavy foot for that one. I'm going to blame that.
It's not that heavy.
But I mean, the chassis itself is actually quite heavy, because
Yeah.
this is based on XC90
Yes.
architecture, with the all-wheel drive platform, and the XC90 is the one that I have driven, and while it's a fairly nimble vehicle, it's no lightweight. You know, it's not a sprinter.
It isn't.
It's a bit of a bruiser.
But it's remarkably pliant. Suspension is amazing. It's got the big 20-inch wheels, but you'd expect the ride to be much harder.
I wouldn't say so.
No,
I
exactly.
really wouldn't say so, because
And
this
also, you don't have the noise that those
No.
low profiles usually give you. So I'm really enjoying this drive.
it's a fantastic road to be driving it on, I tell you what.
It is, unless you've got some slow poke in front of you, then
We've got
it's
space
very,
to
very
pass it,
depressing.
yeah.
I tell you what, Ané, I am suitably impressed with the S90. I think Volvo have done an absolute cracking job of it here. And they really come to the fight up against the big three Germans
Oh, yes,
with
they have.
a lot of ammo. They really got a lot of ammo.
Yeah,
And it really is an alternative choice, it seems, for those that like standing out from the crowd.
Yes, this is an absolutely individualist's car. You can customize it to your preference, but I think what makes it so appealing is its design. Interior and exterior, it's something that's really different. It's something that attracts so much attention. I mean, it's almost unreal how many people came up to me and asked me things about the car, or who were wowed by the Sensors Connect system, the clarity of the picture when you're reversing, the 360-degree view.
Yeah.
It's all these little details that put together make a really attractive package.
Like they say, the devil's in the details, but let's
Yes.
get down to the details of what it costs.
Okay, well, we're looking at, without all of the extra specs that came fitted with it, we're looking at 821,000 Rand.
With the specs,
Well, you can add another 65,000 Rand to that,
That's
but
not
it
bad.
does include a whole bunch of tech,
okay.
including the 19-speaker Bose and Wilkins system.
And when you consider it and you compare it to those Germans, you can quickly run a 200,000 Rand tab on
Oh,
the extras
easily.
quite easily, and that bumps your
Easily.
price up to the million plus. This is still
Exactly.
coming in under a bar.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
I think that's good value for money for those that want to stand out.
Yeah, and apart from just standing out, I mean, you've got not just the beauty, but you've also got the dynamism. So it is still a sporty, nice drive, but it's just a little bit different, and it's got a heck of a lot of edge.
It's a little Scandinavian is what you're saying.
Yes.